Well, hello everybody. We're back in the Capital Wasteland today with another silly character build. We haven't done a stealth melee build yet, and it was requested to do one. With that said, I cannot think of a better character to make than the iconic slasher stalker extraordinaire, Ghostface. We will be using Billy Loomis from Scream 1 for this particular Ghostface, as their motivation is much more fitting in this game than any of the other Ghostfaces. Ghostface? Ghostfacin? Faxin? Anyway, here's how to Ghostface in Fallout 3. The biggest issue we have with making the character is at the very beginning, when we have to actually make Ghostface, well, Ghostface. There are no masks, no headgear, or helmets that are even close. So let's get creative. We're going to use the power of the awful character creator to make a character that would have had the nickname of Ghostface growing up, as we are all about getting as close as possible in these builds. Oh no! Oh, holy crap, that is so bad that it's hilarious. I think I love him. For special, we have 6 in strength, as old GF is athletic, but not crazy strong or anything. 7 in perception, as he's observant and a stalker. 6 in endurance because, again, athletic but not crazy durable. 6 in charisma as he is a charming person and is able to get people to drop their guard around him when he's not wearing the mask or being a murder hobo. 4 in intelligence as he's not shown to be particularly bright. His plan wasn't even his plan after all, he just executed it. He's also a bit of a bungler, and that is what leads to his downfall in the end. 7 in agility as he is pretty sneaky, and this plays into him being a stalker as well. And finally, a 4 in luck, as he is not exactly a lucky person, and I needed an extra point from somewhere to give him more charisma. Ghostface gets criticized a lot for being just a dude with a knife, so I felt this special accurately represents that. Finally, for tag skills, we will take melee weapons for the stabby stabby, sneak for the sneaky sneaky, and repair for the, repairy? Look, we need to repair the knife a lot. For bobbleheads, we will be picking up the ones for perception, agility, melee weapons, and sneak. These are pretty self-explanatory as to why we are targeting them. I also always grab the medicine and intelligence bobbleheads in every playthrough because, you have to walk right by them anyway whenever you're playing the game's story. Stab Happy. Stab Happy is all we need. The unique combat knife is our main weapon in this playthrough and will be used for 95% of all encounters. We will also use a 10mm pistol or the silenced 10mm pistol, but not as a weapon. More on this later. The first bit of armor we're going to pick up is the leather armor, as it is dark, lightweight, and gives us something to work with until we can grab the black scribe robes, which we will then wear for the rest of the playthrough. We also grab the Oasis hood so we can really Ghostface it up. Finally, we will grab the lucky shades. I decided to use some type of sunglasses for this due to the shape of the lenses in the game, and I feel it is a closer look to how Ghostface truly appears. Legends say if you squint real hard and stand 6 feet away, he looks like the movie character. Those legends are wrong. He looks terrible. When we level up, we'll be putting all of our points into melee weapons until the skill is maxed. We will then do the same thing with sneak, then repair, then speech. We do it in this order because stealth in Fallout 3 is flawed at best and will be getting discovered a lot, even with a max sneak skill and supporting perks. So we need a solid DPS to be able to deal with threats. Repair can wait to be leveled, as we'll be mid-game when it starts going up, and that is when we will need it the most. Speech is last for the same reason, as the important speech checks aren't until the very end of the game. Per usual, I only built the character out to level 20. I want people to try the idea and concept of the build, not do everything I say, and having 10 extra levels to do what you want should be a good amount of wiggle room. The perks I took are Lady Killer, which is pretty self-explanatory, more damage to women and unique dialogue options. Intense Training for Luck, since we will need 6 in the stat for perks later. Educated, since Ghostface is technically in school in Scream 1 and he is 18? Seriously? Dude looks like he's 29. Intense Training and Luck once more to make sure we have the 6 we need for perks later. Toughness is all killers in slasher movies refuse to die. Bloody Mess because more damage and, Ghostface. Intense Training for Agility so we can get sneakier. Intense Training for Perception so we can get stalkery-er. Finesse for more crits with Stab Happy. Night Person because it is thematically correct for Ghostface to strike at night. Silent Running to really enhance our stealth. Life Giver because same reason as Toughness. Light Step as GF is too good at stalking to be inconvenienced by floor-based traps, and that would give him away. Adamantium Skeleton to stop our limbs from being broken as easily when we are having to fight melee super mutants a lot. Better Criticals to make our sneak stabs extra potent. Action Boy so we can VAT stab much more. Also, fun fact, attacking in VATs gives you a damage resistance increase and increases our crit chance. Intense Training for Agility to max the stat. Intense Training for Perception to max the stat. And finally, we have Ninja for more crit chance with our knife and a higher sneak damage bonus. We will not be using any companions in this playthrough, as I can't get other NPCs to look like there are 2 Ghostface running around, and they won't stop shooting people. Also, have you ever tried to do stealth in a Bethesda game with a companion? They tromp around shouting things constantly like toddlers who have had way too much candy. No dice. Ghostface is pretty easy to play. Our main goal is to reunite with our father and to take our abandonment issues out on anyone who gets in the way. Ooh. When interacting with NPCs, remember, Billy Loomis is not a lunatic who spouts unhinged things when he's out and about in his daily life. He's a charming, well-liked person until he puts the mask on. Even then, he doesn't just murder people for no reason. He has a very simple plan he is sticking to, so we'll do the same. With our playthrough, looking at it through the eyes of GF, we're going to get revenge on anyone who conceivably pulled Papa away from us, or prevents us from reuniting with him. Colin Moriarty being a pill, stab. Three Dog not letting you pass the speech check, knife. The entire Project Purity team, they're getting got. The Enclave for actually killing Dad, oh, they have to go. Remember, Ghostface is insane, but there's a method and reason why he does what he does. Use that to guide your decision. When sneaking, we have to make sure to use shadowy areas, operate at night, avoid lines of sight, and be efficient in our movement. Take it slow, but don't dawdle. Also, we have a 10mm pistol and silenced 10mm pistol. Use these to cause distractions by shooting a point on a wall to lure enemies to that area to investigate, and when they're distracted, reposition your hiding spot, or go for the attack if you can get one in with the hidden status. Let's go shopping! The first thing we need to pick up is the Stab Happy knife. We will travel to the Bethesda ruins and head to a little raider outpost to the east of it in a little bombed out village. Inside the house is a raider who needs some persuading to let go of the item, but she is convinced in the end. Since we're in the area, let's travel northeast up to the Republic of Dave and just walk in and grab the Perception bobblehead out of the schoolroom. And since we're in the area again, we can head southwest to the Greener Pastures disposal site. Inside the only building there, we can grab the Agility bobblehead on the desk. Make sure to avoid Old Olney at all costs. Here there be death claws. All the way on the opposite end of the map, we find the Dunwich building. Make your way inside and through the entire basement area. When you come up to leave, there's a small room where you will find the melee weapons bobblehead. Head north from the Dunwich building and you'll find the Yao Guai tunnels. Inside, in the second part of the cave system, is the sneak bobblehead sitting on a crate. Even further north, we can find the Dickerson Tabernacle Chapel, where there's a sniper actively trying to eliminate us. This is one of the very few times we'll be using the 10mm pistol to deal with someone, as the knife is just not feasible here. Take him down, steal his hat. For the Lucky Shades, we need to go to Warrington Station, which is south of Tenpenny Tower. From here, we need to look for the door to enter Lucky's. In the back, on a mannequin, is the pair of sunglasses we need. There is a chance it will be impossible to grab because Bethesda, but if we squat down, hold the camera in place, and rotate the camera, we will be able to glitch the game in our favor to grab our item. Now that we have all of our bobbleheads and weapon of choice, it's time to head to the Outcast Outpost and have another conversation with Specialist Olin. It goes well. For everyone. I have to stop doing builds that need black robes. With this particular build, we are certainly in the upper mid-range of powerful characters. Stealth melee builds, when done correctly, are usually pretty strong, and Ghostface is no exception. We have a pretty solid stealth weapon in Stab Happy, but after level 16 things will start getting tough. If you don't like playing stealth characters, this one is not going to be for you, but I do hope that you try it anyway. It is always good to try new things and to break free of your comfort zones. Ghostface is an incredibly fair character, as his damage output can be high, but it is nothing crazy. He will rely way more on how patient the player controlling him is, rather than his abilities and gear. We have fast attacks with a high chance for crits, which helps a lot, but we're also not able to take a ton of damage before we just get sent to that big stab farm in the sky. I personally don't mind playing low damage builds since it adds a layer of suspense and difficulty for me, but I know that is not for everybody. I was caught sneaking several times from just mistiming approaches or not firmly having a patrol pattern down, but that is on me. The other thing to keep in mind with stealth melee in Bethesda games is the amount of bugs and glitches you will experience. Several times I was labeled as being in caution status when no one was actively looking for me, and that is a common one that can occur. Or sometimes an enemy will just turn around every literal second because his pathing was broken by something and the AI doesn't know how to react. Things like that. In the end though, it was a fun playthrough, but that damn Dr. Madison Lee eluded us and escaped the Capital Wastelands. Guess that means we have to track her down in the sequel. Hint hint, hint hint. That's going to wrap this one up, folks, so I want to thank everyone for the support and for the time and attention. Feel free to do the YouTube things and come check me out on Twitch Monday through Thursday as I do more dumb things in games I love. I know you're busy and you're spending your precious minutes watching my silly little projects, but that means a lot to me. If you want more of my content, maybe check out some of my other builds. Maybe? Or if you want to see me build your favorite character, throw it in the comments section. I've already added several more viewer-requested builds to the roulette wheel, so yours may come up sooner than you think. Thank you again for watching, everyone, and I will catch you in the next one. Good night, and good luck.